Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mia, and today I decided to play with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. This palette is so cute. It's perfect for everyday looks. Even though it says soft glam, I definitely think that you could do like a day to night look with this palette. Like, I don't think it's just for like the everyday going to work or going to lunch type of occasion. You could definitely work this so that it's good for a night out or a date night. So I really love this look that I came up with. It's definitely like a mauve-y, dusty rose vibe. If you want to see how I created this look, then keep on watching. Okay, so for today's video, I'm switching things up and I'm going to show you guys how I fill in my brows. I'm taking my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in dark brown, and I'm basically, as you can see, just outlining the shape of my brow using an Anastasia brow brush, and then I'm just going in and following the outline of my brows. It's kind of like coloring in a way, just making sure that everything is filled in and looks exactly the way that I want it to. And then from there, I'm taking my Urban Decay primer in Original and priming my eyelids. For this look, I'm using my Soft Glam palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and to start off, for my transition shade, I'm going to go in with that color right there called Dusty Rose. I'm using the Anastasia brush that came with it, but in a while you'll see me switch and use a Morphe brush just because the bristles of that first brush were a little too rough for me. Because this color is so light, I definitely spent quite a bit of time on my transition shade just to make sure that it would come through on my skin. So now I'm going to take the shades Sienna and Mulberry and mix those two together to put them on the outside of my eyes using a Morphe brush, just to give my eyes some dimension. I wanted to add a nice pretty cranberry color, so I thought to mix those two together because they're just really warm and feminine, and I'm just going to build the color as I go. My eyelid, I'm taking the shade Rose Pink. It's this really pretty shimmer shade, and I'm going on a flat eyeshadow brush just to spread that color around my eyes and just add more to this pretty pink glam look that I'm going for. So on the Morphe brush that I used for the Mulberry and Sienna colors, I'm just going back in with no additional pigment and just blending everything out so I don't have any harsh lines. I'm going to take my Maybelline Great Lash Mascara in Blackest Black and apply that before putting on my false lashes. I'm using the Koko lashes in the style Queen Bee. For my face, I'm using my Fenty primer and I'm going to put that all over my skin. And then for foundation, I'm going in with my Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I am in the shade Chestnut. I'm going to apply that all over my skin using a damp beauty blender. At one point, I added a little extra foundation to my cheeks just because that's where most of my acne occurs. Now moving on to concealer, I'm using the Too Faced concealer in, I believe, Deep Sand or Tan Sand. I'll put that down below. And I'm just hitting that on the areas of my face that I want to highlight. So for those of you who don't know, this was the original look that I was wearing for my 25 Facts About Me video before it got deleted and I had to redo it, but the tutorial didn't get deleted, so silver lining. To set my face, I'm using my Mercier translucent powder, and I'm taking that on a flat Vanity Planet brush just to set the areas of my face that I hit with concealer. Powder foundation, I'm using my all-time favorite powder foundation. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro powder. I'm in the shade Hazelnut, and I'm going in with a Vanity Planet brush just to set the rest of my face and make sure that everything looks smooth. And now moving on to bronzer. I'm not contouring today, but I am bronzing. This is my Nars bronzer in Casino, and I'm just hitting that on my cheeks and the side of my face. Back to my eye makeup, I'm taking the smudger brush that came with the palette and I'm going back in with those two shades Sienna and Mulberry just to smudge out my lower lash line. For my inner corner, I used the shade Glistening on a Morphe brush to highlight my eyes, and then I used my L'Oreal eyeliner and Maybelline mascara just to bring everything together. For my blush, I decided to go with So Rosy. Oh yeah, at one point my my camera was wigging out, so I kind of had to throw some sass its way. But I used the So Rosy blush from e.l.f. on my cheeks just to add some color to my face. And then for highlight, I used the Peach Nectar Illuminator. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I believe I'm using the Morphe M527 brush. I'll link it all down below though for you. And then I also put some on my nose just to highlight that area a little bit. For my lips, I decided to go with lip gloss. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in the shade Metallic Rose, I believe. And then I added some Fenty gloss on top of it just to add a little bit more shine. I feel like you can never have too much lip gloss. I could just layer it on for days. And finally, to set my face, I'm using my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water just to make sure that everything stays in place. And that is it for this look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!